echo. My life is a party, my home is the club. I party like a rock star, dance until I drop. My life is a party.
What is good, my Apex nerds? In this video we're going to be going over all the options and everything in Apex. Just a quick summary. Nothing like amazing, nothing like a ninja or a level cap video where they're going to summarize every detail. I'm just going to do the best that I can do, and I hope you guys take this video and find it useful. So first in gameplay is interact promote style. I put this on compact just because I don't want that much popping up. So if you look on the right hand side, it's going to tell you all the details for each individual option. All you have to do is put your crosshair on it. So this one is button hints. This is kind of like hints you for your guns, which upgrades go with which guns and things like that. Next is crosshair damage feedback. So basically this tells you whether you hit your enemies or not. It does an X or X and a shield around it. Personally, I put it actually as off. I prefer off because once you hit someone, you see the damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Next on the list is damage numbers. So basically this just displays the damage of your hit markers on the enemy. I'll show you in this footage right here. I'll make it go slow a little bit. So you can either make it float or stack or do both. So I actually prefer both. Next on the list is your pinging. So you can either make it fade or just stay there every time you ping. You can switch it up and see which one you prefer. Next is obituaries. And basically this just shows for players' kills and deaths. So I have this on just because I like to know what my teammates are up to. Next is incoming damage feedback. So I have this on 3D actually. It's just then you know exactly where you're getting shot from. I find 2D is a little bit difficult. In 3D you kind of get an arrow direction of where it's coming from. Next is streamer mode. So this is for people that stream on YouTube or on PlayStation or on Twitch. Basically it just kills the kill feed. Basically if someone kills you, they won't get the credit kind of for it on video. So the last one on gameplay is actually for colorblind, and it just makes it easier for people with colorblind. They have 3 other different options and it has them all on display on the right hand side. So if you are colorblind, give it a shot, take a look. EA is really known for doing this. I wish actually they had more features that you could change, like the HUD and even icon coloring and stuff like that. But I mean, this isn't the worst, this is pretty good. So next we'll go into controls. So you can change your button layouts, but not individually. I won't really get into that. Stick layout, basically how you want your sticks, if you want to be southpaw, just all different styles, which is kind of cool. I think that they're really trying to not exclude any players with any disabilities or anything like that. So that's really good of them. Next we got interact and reload button. So basically I have it on tap to use, just what I'm used to instead of holding it or something different. I just want to keep it simple. Next, you have the crouch buttons, the same thing, whether you want to toggle or hold. Same with the aim button when you hold down to aim, or if you would just want to hit it once instead of holding it. So the sensitivity varies. You have a couple of options. Just kind of go through the training session or just in a game and try and figure out which one works best for you. I wish they didn't have it this way. I wish they had it by like from 1 to 0, and then you pick out how far you want to go for sensitivity. Sensitivity for the ADS is basically when you're zoomed in. So personally, I like that actually higher. I do play around with it a bit until I figure out which one works for me. Currently, my sensitivity is high and my ADS is very high. Next is response curve. So response curve determines how the stick analog's input is used to turn your view. So you can just play around with this. Once again, they have a couple of settings. They have 5 options to pick from slow to very fast. So find out which one works out for you. Next is look dead zone, and basically this prevents your view from drifting off when you're not holding your controller sticks. So basically I just left it the same. Movement dead zone is basically the same thing. Once again, can prevent your movement from drifting when you are not touching the sticks. Increase only if needed. And then just like in most games, they have inverted look, which basically swaps it from when you look up, you actually look down, and when you look down, it looks up. Some people like that. Personally, I don't, so I left it. The next feature is video, and they only have 2 options in video, which I'm really disappointed about. They only have field of view, which is brightness, and colorblind mode, which is great for people that are colorblind and can't see certain colors. But most EA games have a lot more features to offer, and I was actually very disappointed to find that this is all we got so far for options. So I'm hoping in the next update we'll have a lot more and better options. In your last options is basically all volume. This is good if you really want to hear footsteps and things like that. I find that there's a lot of overlaying voices when it comes to, the mechanics of the game and just things talking when people are pinging stuff. It's like I don't really need to know all that information. I'd rather hear the footsteps when you're camping or you're the last squad left. I find that that's way more important. I know this video wasn't the greatest, but I'd really appreciate a thumbs up or even a subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, and that would mean the world to me. So make sure you check out my other videos and subscribe. Thanks.